Well, we are doing different kinds of prepositions now. We have already seen simple prepositions and compound prepositions. Just a recap of simple and compound. Simple prepositions are with one syllable and compound prepositions are with two syllables. Okay? Now, what we are going to do just now is phrase prepositions. Phrase prepositions are nothing but a group of words which have the effect of a preposition. Okay? Group of words used with the force of a single preposition. That's what we are going to do now, and I'm going to give you all the phrase prepositions and then I'm going to work out some sentences with you. I hope you understand now, because apart from knowing what phrase prepositions are, what are the phrase prepositions, you have to learn the usage of those also. Okay, I'll give you all the phrase prepositions and I'll work out 15 phrase prepositions for you. I hope you will understand by those examples how to use them. Okay. Now, we are going to see phrase prepositions. Okay, we are just going to see phrase prepositions now. I'll just give you the explanation. Group of words used as a single preposition. Group of words used as a single preposition. Now, I'll just give you the examples, you just take down. According to, agreeably to, along with, away from, because of, by means of, by reason of, by way of. By way of and by means of, almost the same meaning. By way of. Comfortably with. Comfortably with or comfortably to. For the sake of. In accordance with. In addition to. In case of. In comparison to. in course of, in favor of, in front of, in order to, in place of, okay, in reference to, in reference to or with reference to. Next one, in spite of, in the event of, in regard to, instead of, on account of, owing to, with a view to, with an eye to, with reference to, in reference, with reference, with reference to, with regard to, in regard to or with. Instead of in, you can say with also, owing to. Okay, I have given you umpteen number of phrase prepositions. Now I'll just read out what is a phrase preposition? A group of words used as a single preposition. Okay, a single preposition in the place of or with the force of a single preposition. Now, according to, agreeably to, along with, away from, because of, by means of, by reason of, by way of, comfortably with, for the sake of, in accordance with, in addition to, in case of, in comparison to, in course of, in favor of, excuse me, in front of, in order to, in place of, in reference to or with reference to, in spite of, in the event of, in regard to or with regard to, instead of, on account of, owing to, with a view to, with an eye to, with reference to. Now, what is that you see in all these phrase prepositions, something very common. You find at least one preposition in this phrase, isn't it? Let's see what the prepositions are. According to. To is a preposition, isn't it? It is a single preposition. To, here also to, here with, from, of, with, to, and here all over here you find in. Also you find with, to, of, to. And here you find in and on and to here with. And you find here to, of, with, of. So, you find a group of words with a force of one single preposition. Okay, quickly I'll just give you a few examples, the usage of this, and then I'll give you in detail at least 10 to 15 sentences. Now, according to, let's see. According to what he said, I thought it was a very good movie. Okay, according to what he said, I thought it was a wonderful movie. Next one, if I say along with, I had to go along with him in his way of thinking because he's my friend. Away from, my mother stays away from me when I am preparing for my exams. Next one, by means of. By means of cash, he was asked to pay by means of cash, or by means of his income, he could build up a beautiful house. Comfortable with, I am very comfortable with my friends or with my husband. For the sake of my children, I had to sacrifice a lot. In accordance with the rules and regulations, I had to work. Something else, in order to maintain strict discipline, we were asked to follow rules. In spite of. Now this in spite of is used when you do the clauses, that is simple, compound, complex sentences. When you have although, though in complex sentence, we use in spite of in the simple sentence. Okay, remember that, later I'll catch up with you. In spite of his ill health, he worked very hard. That is, though he is like this, but still he went on. Like though, although, though, or he was sick, but he worked hard. Okay, in spite of, that's what it means. Next, whatever, okay, with reference to your bio data, we have decided to call you for an interview with reference to, or with reference to your ad in the newspaper, I am applying for this job. Okay, so I have just quickly given a glance of the usages of these phrase prepositions. Let's go on to see a few written down. Okay, shall we see some sentences now? We are just going to do or work out a few sentences, and then I am going to give you a test. Okay. In case of an emergency, dial 3210. Just a number, okay? I'm just giving you how to use in case of. Next one, in course of time, he realized his mistake. In course of time, he realized his mistakes. Third one, in the event of dying without an issue, his property went to the government or went to him. In the event of. Next one. By means of rope ladders, by means of rope ladders, they climbed the wall or they scaled the wall. By means of rope ladders, they climbed the wall. Next one. There is a big tree. There is a big tree in front of his house. In front of. There is a big tree in front of his house. Are you taking down the usage of these compound prepositions? Oh, I'm sorry, phrase prepositions. These are all phrase prepositions. Next one. We give you an offer with a view to an amicable settlement. We gave you an offer with a view to an amicable settlement. Now, with the view to is a phrase preposition. Next one. On account of his negligence, he lost a huge amount. He lost a huge amount in his business. On account of his negligence, he lost a huge amount in his business, or he lost in his business. You can just say he lost in his business. This huge amount also you can cut off. Next one. For the sake of, okay, he accepted everything for the sake of his friend. It can be he accepted everything. That can mean any terms and conditions, anything whatsoever. So, for the sake of. Next one. He could not, or they could not attend the session because of illness. Because of illness. Because of. Or you can even say due to. Due to heavy rain schools were closed. Schools remain closed. Okay, due to. Next one. By way of introduction, he praised his firm. By way of. Next one. I have applied with reference to the advertisement I have applied with reference to the advertisement in the newspaper. I have applied with reference to. Okay, now I have given you around 12 sentences using the phrase prepositions. Now shall we see, we will have a quick run through of all these 12 sentences. I have given you 12 full sentences. In case of an emergency, dial 3210. In case of. So now do you understand how to use in case of? Next one. In course of time, he realized his mistakes. That is, in the long run, in course of time. In the event of dying without an issue, that is without any heir, without children, his property went to him. Went to him or went to them, anything you can say. Okay, went to them, I'll write. Okay. Next one. By means of a rope or by means of rope ladders, they climbed the wall. By means of rope ladders, they climbed the wall. That is with the help of. That's what it means. There is a big tree in front of his house. In front of. That's a phrase preposition. We give you an offer with a view to an amicable settlement. We give you an offer with a view to an amicable settlement, that is a peaceful settlement. On account of his negligence, he lost a huge amount in his business. Now we can also say on account of his negligence, he lost in his business. Okay? On account of, that is because of. He accepted everything for the sake of his friend, or he sacrificed everything for the sake of his children, you can say. Next one. They could not attend the session because of illness. Okay? Because of their illness, they could not attend the session. Sometimes we say because I could not attend the class because of my fever. Next one. Due to heavy rain, schools remain closed or remained closed. Due to is a reason. By way of introduction, he praised his firm. By way of introduction, he praised his firm. That is, while introducing introducing his firm, he was praising it. We can also say by way of introduction, he met a lot of friends. That way also can be used. Next one. I have applied with reference to the advertisement in the newspaper. Sometimes when we write the biodata and you apply for a job, they'll ask that is subject and reference. So reference you write with reference to the advertisement in the Hindu dated so and so, or with reference to the advertisement in the magazine so and so. Okay, so with reference to. So I have given you 12 sentences. You of course know now, you're very clear as to how to use these phrase prepositions. Is that clear? Are you ready for the test now?